ask you something. What do you do for a living, Newman?
I'm a United States postal worker.
Aren't those the guys that always go crazy and come back with a gun and shoot everybody?
Sometimes.
Why is that?
Because the mail never stops. It just keeps coming and coming and coming. There's never a let-up. It's relentless. Every day it piles up more and more and more, and you got to get it out. But the more you get out, the more it keeps coming in. And then the barcode reader breaks, and it publishes clearinghouse.
All right. There we go. I got some water in me. Let's fucking go. All right. 3, 2, 1. Thanks, everyone, for checking out the show. I'm Sean Fitzzzy.
And I'm Bartok.
And this is The Echo Chamber. We went into last week wondering when earnings would be announced, and we sure got our answer. We got a surprise, record-breaking double beat. We got buybacks authorized, and we are now up to 9% of eBay. Sure ended up being a pretty exciting week. How you doing, Bartek?
I'm doing excellent. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right, except for fumbling over the intro. So much happened last week. I was trying to get it all in like one little thing.
I think everyone should give you a little bit of leeway because it's been the most exciting, most phenomenal week ever. And it's the most disappointing price action we've ever seen to go along with it. Any other company that has their all-time best records would be up 10, 20, 30% after hours. What do we get? 7 to 9%? And then the next day, 3 or 4%? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, right? It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, that's pretty par for the course. That's a big statement, though. Like the least, well, I don't know. We've had some big things happen, and we didn't do very good off of it in the past. So, but yeah, I agree. Like it was some insane numbers, and I think it was a 13% move is what I had on the. If you sold the open, you
got it.
You know, you got the very tippy top. It was 13.38% from the low. I think from the close of Monday. Or Tuesday. Yeah, that was exciting. I was surprised. So yeah, I actually had some calls. There was like one good day to make some money there, and that was Wednesday. So that was pretty nice. So okay, yeah, no, it's been good. You've been good. I think you were with us a couple weeks ago. Just been you've been doing power packs and shit.
Yeah, power packs. GameStop calls. I do it all. Like I expected the surprise earnings to be a beat of this magnitude. The eBay position where they said they bought in, I mean, there's no way for them not to be up a few hundred million. My guess was 250 to 400, and then at about 286, and then they've doubled it since then. So that means the next earnings we're going to have probably another 300 or 400 on eBay, if not more. So I think this is the best time record, and then the next one's going to beat that.
That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. So we can just kind of like get right to it because I know you got like a whole house being built around you as well. So like I guess the big topics I think are the buybacks, the 13D, and then just the earnings numbers. I think since we started on it, we can just kind of start with earnings. I don't know. What do you think about the buybacks? How are you feeling about those?
Yeah, I think there's 3 real ways the buybacks can go based on strategy. So you have a couple different ways, right? So the one I believe that's most likely is that Ryan Cohen is going to buy shares now that he's disclosed his new eBay position. He's going to buy shares next week. After he buys shares, he's then going to do buybacks on shares on top of that. So he wins. GameStop's going to win. And then we're going to get to a level around 36, I believe, in July, which then would have people exercising their warrants. And when they exercise those warrants, if all were to be exercised by now until October, what would they get back? The almost exact money that they raised the buybacks by. Because everyone's focused on the 2 billion number, but it was already 100 million. So what did they really increase it by? 1.9 billion. And how much are the warrants exercised for? 1.9 billion. So that's the most obvious thing, right? I'm going to pay for all these shares, and then you're going to pay me a better price. So why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, I did a little like math. I think the 2024 raises, all 3 of them, even the weird one in September, I think we averaged about like 24.75-ish around there.
Yeah.
So I think anywhere under there if we start doing buybacks, then I'll feel pretty good about it, especially if we start, selling at $32. It seems like a pretty good move. So when it comes to the buybacks, is there limitations on when they can start? Are we waiting on anything? You know how it is on X, man. Everyone's got a different answer. Everyone's very confident in their different answer.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm wondering what do you know about that? Like how soon could those start?
Yeah, so buybacks can start anytime. The way that buybacks work is much like reg show in reverse. So if you're on reg show, you can't short, right? You can't short if you have kind of like a limit down where you constantly have that 10% down, then the shorts can only short on a good tick going up, right? Well, it's the same thing. You can only long on somebody else's tick that's below that current level. So basically, if you buy at the ask and then they do buybacks, you can do that together. So if Ryan Cohen was to buy on the open market, then GameStop could buy back at whatever level Ryan Cohen buys in. They could buy sequentially together. Now, as long as they're avoiding any, remarks of market manipulation and this and that, that's the only real piece, the only real hurdle that you have to worry about with buybacks. And I don't think they're going to have a problem because they're very clear with it. It's like, hey, here's what we're trying to do. Our stock is very undervalued. We were at a 25 to 27 PE ratio. Now we're at a 15 to 17 PE ratio. Who wouldn't buy their stock back below 20? I mean, but I think Ryan Cohen has to buy first to show that. It's like, hey, here's my own money. Put my money where my mouth is, and now we're gonna go up here. And then speaking of Ryan Cohen, I mean, it was pretty cool. I didn't expect this, but he ended up putting me on the 425s. I couldn't believe that happened. That was so surprising.
That is awesome. We went through it. We showed it last week. Actually, you made it in there. That's really cool shit. Paulie got in there twice. Fucking awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, it's baller right there. And then I think Roy and Pika got in there twice.
Yep,
too.
He got twice. I think. Yep.
Reese, I think, was in there as well. It's pretty cool shit. Mm-hmm. No 425s this week, though, huh? I don't think we got any.
No, but I think it makes sense, right? Because he was building up the position. He didn't really want to disclose what was going on, especially during earnings. So it was like, hey, 425s hit, then it's quiet, then they're going to raise, and then they're going to do buybacks. And then what do we have? We have July 7th coming up, and he wants everyone voting by July 6th. And he wants everyone voting the way he wants them to vote, which is more shares for an acquisition. And obviously, he wants to get compensated for what he's done. And I think that's fair on both counts.
Yeah. And even the compensation package, the price needs to be going up before he can even turn that into something significant. You see a lot of people talking about how they're just going to give him billions of dollars. That's not what's happening at all. He's buying a lot of shares with his own money, which at 2050, and we're right there. So
yeah,
it's not like they're just handing over all kinds of fucking money to the guy. Okay, so RC. Okay, so by June 2nd was when it was the buyback was approved by the board. I think it's probably here somewhere. So you think they could have been buying it from that point on, or after the 8K was released, kind of thing, or?
Yeah, I think basically whenever they released that they had the buybacks authorized, then they can start the buybacks. Now, here's what most people don't know: buybacks can happen, the shares can be reduced, and nobody can actually know it's happening until earnings, or that means next earnings, or they do an 8K and release that information. So theoretically, we could walk into next earnings, find out that GameStop's missing 70 million shares, 60 million shares, 50 million shares, and then everyone's going to wake up and say, oh my God, right? And then the stock's going to go up dramatically. That's one possibility. Or you could 8K it and release it early. I think there's a lot of real value in releasing it early with the July 7th vote coming up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. And so, because I think that'll send it. I think that news, and it doesn't have to be like they bought some crazy amount, but if RC is buying, and of course LC and Alan, I say his name wrong every time. Elaine?
Alan Elaine. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
If they start buying, of course, insiders buying, and then the company's buying, I think that'll send us pretty nicely. And that could get us going where we need to go. So, okay, so they could be starting. We might not know. We won't know until they want to tell us, right? That's pretty much what it comes down to. Is there like a dollar amount? Like probably right. Is there like a zone you would find the buybacks in 2050 or anything under like 23 kind of thing? What do you think would be ideal when it comes to that?
Anything under 32?
Anything under 32. Wow.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, think
Yeah.
about it. If you get 1.9 billion at 32, why wouldn't you want to get the price up there to 32? And then you got to think about something else, right? So this is all part of a master strategy that it's you got to zoom out to really grasp it. We're talking about battlefield type strategy. There's a small attack over here, a small attack over there, and then pulling back over here, and then you zoom out and you see they're getting lured in, and then they're getting enclosed. So basically, if he raises the price of the stock and he's trading eBay stock for GameStop stock, the higher the market cap at the time of that transaction, the less GME gets diluted. Well, who's getting diluted the most here? Ryan Cohen. He owns the most. So why would he want that? He wouldn't. So he has to get the market cap up, and he has to get the price up, and he wants the share count down at the same time. So if he buys back with GameStop and buys himself at the same time, it's a two-way swing.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm fired up about that. I think that was I think the earnings is what sent it. And we can get into the earnings now. I got it on the screen. GameStop discloses first quarter 2026 results. And before we get started, I just want to say that you predicted this in our DMs, Bartek. It was very impressive that it was the day of, I think, too. I think you said something. I won't say that.
Yeah,
but
I said it 18 hours before, and then I said it. Yeah, then I said it the day of to you, which I was just like, look, surprise earnings is the only thing that makes sense, because why would you not give out a definitive date? And the record date he also didn't tell in advance, so why would he have the earnings date in advance?
yeah,
Why? It's back to that battlefield strategy. It's all about a particular strategy, and he's very good at it.
Yeah, so that makes me think that he might have more coming. And I put a tweet out saying that I think Ryan Cohen has something for their ass on 6ix9ine, because just the idea of letting it like run, it was a surprise pop, right? Like for whatever reason he wanted to make that a surprise pop, but he probably understands this algo very well. Like we all kind of were expecting the pullback. It sucks, it's annoying, but it's what happens like all the time. Ivy got crushed off the earnings news, which is, I guess, surprising to me, but it shouldn't have been. But that sets us up for like another beautiful situation for the following week. He got the surprise news out of the way, like kind of the hurdles, and we're like right back in the same spot, but we got a much better foundation just from the week prior. So I'm pretty excited. So okay, net sales 835 million, 35.3 million for the quarter. That's compared to 732.4 million. So we beat year over year revenue by what, 100? Yeah, 102 million. That's amazing. I'm kind of interested in finding out where that is. I think the numbers are down here somewhere. It was like 40% of collectibles, but I don't know. I want to know what the power pack numbers are, and because the 10Q isn't out yet, so we'll get a better breakdown of like how the revenue came in and everything else. So it's kind of more just
and
like
that's probably
headline.
And that's probably what's going to drive next week, because why wouldn't you have the 10Q out yet? Usually gets it out pretty quick. So that'll be the next hit, the 10Q. It'll show the power packs. We'll have it broken out. Everyone's going to go crazy if they see 50 million and 100 million from 4/15 until the end of the month. I mean, people will just go wild.
Yeah,
right. And then imagine that right now let's just say right now he goes up July 7th and he's like, yeah, we've already done 700 million in power packs revenue in the last, 3 months. Everyone would just lose their minds.
Yeah, it'll work like forward guidance, like even the closest thing to forward guidance we've gotten, but like 2 weeks of data, and if it's like banger numbers, it's gonna be on with everything else. So selling general, so his SG&A expenses 201 million. So he cut another 20 million off just doing his work. That's that right there. eBay, he's coming for you with that shit. Operating income was 143.3 million for the first quarter. That's the highest first quarter operating income in GameStop history. It was a 10.8 million loss the prior year, and that does not include the eBay money, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, net income was 389.6 million for the first quarter. Just fucking insane. So the company is doing very well. It made
Mm-hmm.
140.5 million just in the fucking quarter. But sorry, no, that's wrong. 143 million just in the quarter. And then, but then you take into account everything else that RC is doing on top of that, eBay position or whatever else. I don't know. Did we lose money on Bitcoin? Do you know that? I guess we don't know, like, if he was trading or anything, like doing any cover calls, but price point wise, I'm not sure if we were up or down for the quarter.
Yeah, I think for the quarter I feel like we're down. Let's see. Pretty sure. I can pull it up right here. Quarterly, we are down 5.38%. We opened at 23.29. And
All right.
for the year, we opened at 20.26, which makes sense for the year 2026. And somebody was having a laugh with that. And, we're basically 8.57% above that so far.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Bitcoin looks like shit. I haven't looked at it yet today. Where are we at? Let's see.
Probably better not to look at it. It's probably 62,000, 61,000.
63. Yeah.
There you go.
It got under. Bitcoin got down to
It hit 59.
Wow.
Yep.
It's crazy. All right. And then total cash equivalents, marketable securities, digital assets, and related receivables and collateral pledged, 9.7 billion at the close of the quarter. This includes 8.4 billion of cash equivalents. Yeah. All right. So, that's up compared to last quarter, or sorry, Q1 last year, but we had a lot of shit happen in the meantime. Bonds and such. All right, June 2nd, 2026, the company board unanimously approved a $2 billion share repurchase authorization, good through June 2nd, 2029. I said at the time, and I still think it. I mean, I don't think he's gonna like just fucking just do it all, but he doesn't. He usually doesn't wait. When he announces something, he usually does it pretty fucking quickly. Like always with all of his shit. Like we hear about it.
Yeah, good news on time.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, that's a good point, by the way. Good news on time. Wait, no, bad news early. Is that what it was? And
that's right.
Yeah. So, I think LC said that. Now, if this earnings was the bad news because it was early, I'm just pretty fired up to see what the good news is, right? Okay. Let's see. Anything you want to talk about with the numbers? I don't know if you can see the screen.
Yeah, I can see everything.
I'm kind of like flipping through it. I don't know. I'm working hard to try.
Let's go to the revenue real quick, and let's just compare last year to this year and see real quick on the operating revenue. Let's see, operating income. So 143. You can see right there it's at 835. Because they got rid of what, Canada, so that helped, right? Canada got spun off last year. They spun off a lot of Europe. And so basically almost all the profits came from the US. And there's a little bit of detriment, I think, over in the Europe bracket still.
So we still got, and we're trying to get rid of it. We still have Europe, right? That's the thing. We're trying to.
A little bit, just a little bit.
France or some shit.
Yeah, you can probably find it if you scroll around.
All right.
I know I was looking at it.
I need to spend more time on these things.
Yeah, but just wait right there real quick. So current assets.
Yeah.
Always like to talk about that, right? So how much do they have? Total current assets is what? 10.7?
Yeah.
And what was it last year?
7.5. Well, 7.1.
Right. So we're up almost 50%. That's literally 50% up in assets in 1 year. And what about our liabilities? How much are we up? Total liabilities? 5.1. Last year, 2.5. So we netted out $1 billion in 1 year of assets. That's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, RC's. Yeah.
Because if you think about it, what was the earnings over the last 12 months, including the 386? Like 700 million?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So I think it's somewhere in that ballpark. Probably in the 600 to 700 million range. So that means that we have 300 million of additional assets that have been added somehow through appreciation, or through purchase. Something happened there because, we're above overall, which is great. We're netting out $1 billion assets to liabilities in 1 year. So that's just big. All right. What else do we have here? Stock-based compensation. It's almost nothing, right?
Yeah. Free cash flow, 333 million.
Yeah. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah. Well, EPS was 0.3, I think. And that was that the diluted EPS? It was like 0.6 all in.
Yeah. 0.66 was the EPS for
Yeah.
the quarter.
It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was awesome. I think, I've been waiting on revenue to beat because that'd have been the big thing. But, I think now that we think about it, 2 of the last 3 quarters, we have beat revenue, right? Because Q3 was a beat, right? Yeah, Q3, or was it Q2? Yeah, Q3 was with the Switch and all that, I think, and we beat there. And then Q4,
Yep.
we did not beat when it came to rev, but we beat it. So 2 of the 3 we've beaten the year prior. It's pretty
And
interesting.
then with power packs, it's not even gonna be a comparison.
And then to take into account also the fact that they closed a bunch of stores at like the start of that first quarter too. So that's
Speaking of the store experience, have you been to a store recently? I mean, that looks way nicer, at least at my stores in my town.
I just go around the outside of my store and stalk it and take pictures of it.
Very nice.
Just on Saturday. That's, Daniel says Wednesdays are for GameStop. Saturdays are for me to stock GameStop. You'll see it. It's my good morning picture most of the time. I'm just kind of like lurking. I was over by the dumpster yesterday.
Oh, wow. Was there a Wendy's next to it? Or
no, I got a Wendy's somewhere, but like not that close. All right.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Do I got, what else do I got? So the 10Q still isn't out yet. This has happened one other time, by the way. I think it was March 2023. And I think the 10 at the time was around the DSR numbers or some shit. Like, cause that was like the 4th quarter in a row where they just didn't change whatsoever. So I don't know, but that was always kind of the 10 of the time. But do you remember what I'm talking about? Like, what are the reasons to hold back a 10Q? What do you think?
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I think the reason you hold back on the 10Q is you release it when he originally was going to release earnings on 6/8 or 6/9, and you have it with the actual Power Packs data, and you kind of let everybody know how much the beat is in advance. So it's almost like, hey, waving a flag, buy in now, because when we release this next batch of information, you're not going to have another chance to buy in. So when that 10Q hits, that's probably the same day that Ryan Cohen buys in, if not the next day. So, yeah, I think he's giving everyone a last chance, including Michael Burry, a last chance to get in again.
Yeah, Michael Burry just tweeted about GameStop, kinda. That guy
in 2019, which is kind of weird, right? He said 2019. He didn't say 2026. Even though he just bought 2026.
What do you say?
He's saying GameStop's less Lululemon. Yeah, it's like, you really think Lululemon's more hated than GameStop? How is that possible?
That is not. And, I take pride in how much we're hated. Like, come on. We are very hated. Like, you can't just compare us to Lululemon. Come on.
But is that him secretly saying that he, is buying more GameStop? I mean, because that means he doesn't hate it. He thinks Lululemon's more hated.
I don't know, bro. That guy fudded us at the very top in May. So bad.
And here's the thing. I think he did it on purpose, and I think he's part of the strategy. I'm just going to be honest. I think he's part of the strategy. His job was to pump it up at the beginning and then kind of dump it a little bit. And then what happens now? Ryan Cohen has the ability to buy it back way less expensive. So if you want to think about it, he helped GameStop by selling his shares, because now GameStop can buy back those same shares that he sold at 25 and 26 at 21. So did he hurt GameStop or did he help GameStop?
Well, he heard my calls.
He heard all our calls. There's no doubt about that. But Ryan Cohen did say don't be a day trader, so we gotta do longer dated calls. You can't let Michael Burry control us on a monthly or a quarterly.
Yeah, I've learned. I'm gonna FUD Burry constantly. What's up, Herm Daddy 7214? Let's fucking go. Punky Boobster, that's a good name. Greetings from fellow GME enthusiasts. What's up, bro? New Snake, proceeds from written options on digital assets, 5.8 million. We made 5.8, so that was covered calls on the Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good job. Thank you. What's up, MW Sosa? Good to see you again. Yeah, we got the Power Pack whale. We'll touch on those in a second here too. So just want to say what's up to everyone. Thanks for coming out. This is the Echo Chamber. I'm learning how to reset. I've been listening and hanging out in spaces with like Captain Wicked and Strawberry Moon. You're supposed to reset the show every now and then. This is the Echo Chamber. We're GameStop bulls here. We're here to talk about GameStop. Yeah, welcome to the show. This is a podcast. It'll be out, on the streaming services. I don't know. We got Reese coming on tomorrow. I'm going to put them together. We'll be out on the streaming services probably Tuesday or Wednesday. I got the next couple of days off. Pretty fired up about that. Hoping the chart is good for me too. So, okay. Yeah, so RC can't buy till the 10Q comes out. I might have missed whether or not you said that.
Yeah, that's what I said. RC shouldn't be able to buy until the 10Q comes out because he has information still that nobody else has. So that's what I'm saying. So when he releases that kind of takes the gloves off.
Yeah. So maybe tomorrow, right? And I think that the longest they can wait to release the 10Q, and again, everyone's an expert that I've never met before, but they all know. But I think it's 40 days, except there's some companies that can be 45 days after the end of the quarter, but they have to have the 10Q out 40 days after the end of the quarter. So I believe the quarter ended May 2nd. Yeah. So the quarter ended May 2nd. So that would be like June 11th, right?
That would be June 11th. Yeah.
Yeah. So Thursday. So we have to have it by Thursday. If he drops it tomorrow, I know that Alert shared the buyback policy, not the buyback, but the blackout window policy, and it's only one day. So if he drops it tomorrow, and we've seen this happen where they bought the next day, but he could buy on 6/9.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go.
He's done that. That would be weird, right?
Yeah,
that'd be weird.
He's done that before too. He did that in 2023 on 6/9, right after not for long. He went ahead. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we ran pretty good off of that, the buy and then the news too. So, yeah, we got that candle to end the day was pretty nice on Friday. So
it was.
I was like, oh, maybe someone's buying, but probably not because the 10Q's not out.
Maybe it was GameStop. GameStop could theoretically buy.
Yeah,
just not the insiders.
So they don't have to worry about like material knowledge or anything like that.
It's just share buybacks. They said, hey, I'm going to buy back shares, and they can buy them back. They can't. So like I said, they can't buy above what everyone else is buying. So, they can set a floor, but somebody else has to raise it. So there's very little manipulation that can be done. So in other words, if you didn't have that rule in, you could just put $1 billion in one day, and it would shoot the price up, to $80, $100, $150. So if somebody else was to be hitting the buy, hitting the ask over and over and over, then GameStop could follow them, and it could be, like I said, that feedback loop. Now, Ryan Cohen could do that theoretically. He could buy on the open market over and over and push it up, and then GameStop could buy right there with him. And then that would be like an artificial MOAS, but, we don't need to talk about that right now.
Yeah, that'd be wild. I feel like RC won't do that for us, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe he's just building
I think that everyone thinks he's not going to do something, and then he does the opposite. So, like, everyone's used to him. ATM.
Did I lose you, Bartek? I think I'm. Okay,
I'm still here.
Okay, I lost you. I heard you at ATM. Everyone thinks ATM. Go from there.
Yeah, I was saying that everybody thinks that Ryan Cohen was going to do an ATM, right? Oh, he's going to do another offering. He's going to do this, that. What did he just do? The opposite. For the last couple of years, he was doing ATMs and offerings. Now, what is he doing? The exact opposite. To buy back the shares.
I will say that the buyback was not on my card, and it has been a big topic of conversation in my Discord, and just on X and everything else. And I always shit on that idea. Like every single time I've shit on that idea, just because I didn't think it was something he was going to do. He's adding shares. I didn't think he was going to be taking them off too, but nope, I was wrong. And that's cool because that is definitely something that could help improve our shares. It also reminded me of the Bed Bath & Beyond buyback. That was how to not do one. Do you remember that in 2021?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. That announcement of the buyback, sent it, and then they started buying shares at like 23 or 24, like right away too. Like they fucking, and then you know what happened after that. So
yeah, it was a way to tank the stock. That was just wasting their money.
yeah, it was kind of crazy.
It's a very different environment here, right? Because, like I said, the earnings, they're very hot. If you know that you're killing on power packs, if you know you're going to do an eBay acquisition, you've got to get your market cap up. You don't have a lot of time because once everyone figures out that you need eBay for power packs, what are they going to do? They're going to say eBay's worth more than 125. So he's got less than 3 months to close this deal to get basically someone to say yes, and therefore he needs to get the market price up, market cap, and the price action up between now and then. And he's got to get his comp package all at the same time. So it's got to be a wham bam thank you ma'am.
Yeah, so he's got a lot going on in the next month. I don't know. So we're all so trained to kind of like think 25 is going to beat our ass. I know that's me. Like I was talking about like there's 3 things I think they could send us next week. Buybacks being announced started, which it wouldn't be strategic. So don't get me wrong. Like if we're doing active buybacks, I don't think we should be just like announcing it. Not until we're done, I would think. Like don't do what Bed Bath & Beyond did. Like let's do it and then tell everyone about it so the price can run. RC buying that news, and then the 10Q dropping, and there being some kind of like good info in there because why else is he holding it back kind of thing. So I think, we got 3 potential catalysts. I say catalysts, but like I can't guarantee past 25 at all. Like I just can't at this point. So that's kind of where I am, and I feel like a lot of people are like that. So if everything that could be happening, like that we were just talking about in the next month, that's all going to change for us. So it's exciting.
All right, let's make a bet. I'll bet you a gold pack for you and a gold pack for anyone in this chat that's listening and respond. So get a list of whoever's responding that will go over 25. So if I'm wrong, I'll get you a gold pack, $100, and the chat $100. But I think we're going over.
Okay. So that means I got to bet against us going over 25. That's
correct. Well, you already did. You already said you don't believe it.
Yeah, I know. It goes against my better nature, but that's fine. I'm good with that. And so, okay, if we go over 25, I'll buy you a gold pack. And I know that's like chump change for you, but I will buy you a gold pack. Winner gets a gold pack, okay?
No, you're going to buy the chat a gold pack.
Okay.
I don't need one. Get it for the chat. They deserve it.
All right. So, okay, we'll do that. We'll do some fun. All right. So if we beat 25 next week, we're going to do a drawing for a gold pack for chat.
Not next week. Between now and you think next week?
No.
I was saying between now and July 7th.
Okay. Oh.
You think 25 just next week?
Well, I was saying we're definitely not going to regard. Like that's what I
I'll take it next week. That's a tough one, but I'll take it. That's a lot. If he goes over 25 next week, then yeah, I think you can. And you bet some calls. I think you can do a couple more gold packs if I'm right.
Oh yeah.
Well, you should probably do 3 for the chat, depending on how much you make with those calls.
All right.
Yeah, well, 25 next week. I was going to say 30 days. That's what I was saying, basically till the July 7th. But yeah, that's fine. We can do next week.
It's a 14% move next week.
Yeah.
We'd have to get some news. You want to? We can stretch it out a little bit because
No. Let's do next week. It's more fun that way.
It's a
more
deal.
Fun.
Okay.
It's $200 that I give, or you give $300. But either way, if I'm right, everybody on this thing wins. Everybody
winner,
wins,
chicken
right?
dinner. All right.
Right. So it's a winner.
Stays over. Oh! I thought that was Art of Kylo. Art of Kyle. What's up, bro? I was gonna see. Can you kick people from YouTube chats? I'm joking. I don't know. Maybe I would kick Kylo, but no. So yeah. So it's just got to go over for a second, right? Let's lay out the ground rules right away.
Just tap it.
Tippity tap. 2501.
2501.
Chat's a winner.
2500 is a lose.
Yeah. 2500. Sean's a winner. All right. At 25, I'll be very happy. It won't matter.
I know you will.
It won't matter at that point at all. So
exactly.
All right. Okay, that's cool. That's a good.
So you really win either way. So you win and you made money, or you win and you get gold packs.
Easy money, like Paulie just said.
That's right.
Yeah. What's up, Spurs fan? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, MW. Oh, MW Sosa's in. He's in on it. All right.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, chat's gonna win something either way.
Right. Either way, the chat should always win. That's
Yeah.
the point.
All right, that's the point. Okay, cool. All right, let's see.
And the Knicks are up 2-0. I mean, is Wemby still alive? Like, what's going on right now?
I saw the like hottest bars ever about the Knicks. What do the guys say? I know it's probably been all over the internet now, but our mayor's Muslim, our bagels are Jewish, our Dior's Christian, Nixon 4 or some shit like that. It was pretty good. It was like just
Jeez.
yeah. Anyways, yeah. So you a Knicks fan?
No,
No.
I just can't believe they're winning right now.
Yeah.
I'm just shocked.
Yeah, we got Spurs
Just
fan
shocked.
here. Not he might have words for you, right? It's the Knicks Spurs, isn't it?
Yeah, I want the Spurs to win. I thought Wemby, I own a bunch of his cards, so I thought we were going to keep going up. Like he's got to win.
Yeah, I'm a
I need him to
Sacramento
win.
Kings
We need
fan.
I got you.
Yeah, it's terrible. I had like 4 good years in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
the Lakers took it from me. Fucking
Yes.
Robert Ory. If I see that guy, I swear to God. All right. Okay. All right. And so the other news of the week is the 13D. Okay, so we got our bet across. I think we're good there with earnings. Let me share this tab instead. So the very end, right? Was it Friday? Yeah, it was after market closed Friday. We got the 13D, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Way after, yeah, after hours closed, like literally, like as late as you can make it.
Yeah. Okay. And then so we got, let's see the news here. So it's an amended 13D. We got 3 of them now, right? So we got the 13D, and there's been 3 amendments since. I have. Let's see what I got. So I'll pull up the amendment. Trying to think. So they bought shares this time too, right?
Yes, they bought 800,000 shares, which is almost as many as they have sold on eBay's board. So that was the message being sent.
Right.
And that was a lot of money being spent too. So let's think about that. 800 times 100 is what? So that's 800,000 shares times 10. It's 8 million times 100. It's 80 million. $80 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot for Ryan Cohen. That's more than he spent on the call and put position so far by a lot.
Look, I'm gonna need you to stop having me do math on the show, bro. I'm joking. Like I'm sitting here trying to get. I'm just playing with you. All right. I struggle with math on the fly when I'm trying to do this stuff. All right. So I pulled up the trades from the 13D. Actually, all for May, right? So this is every trade that's happened since the initial 12 million that he got right back in like May, I believe. So we bought 25,000 straight up at 117. That was the tippity top almost when he bought those in pre-market. But he got him. And I think the point was having them, not necessarily where he got them, but having them. And then, we got a million, 3.4 million, 2.5 million, 1.9 million, 2.4 and another million in put call pairs. Am I reading this right? Yes. And then,
yeah.
And then 434,000 and then 150,000 share buys. And that's what you were just saying. And then another 162 and 55,000. So a total of.
And look at those days. Look at those days he bought, though. What are those days? It's June 4th and June 5th.
Yeah. Yeah, less.
So literally Thursday, Friday, right after earnings. He didn't buy during earnings. He didn't buy before earnings. He waited till 2 days after earnings, and then he started buying, which would be the same time he would buy normally if he was buying GameStop.
Okay.
Weird, right? Is he sending a message? Is he sending a message?
Yeah, I think definitely. And then like you're saying, the shares he bought were pretty much exactly what the board has been selling, right? And I think the CEO sold more this week too, if that's right.
He did. That's what threw him off because he didn't account for I think the CEO selling as many shares as he just sold. Otherwise, he's probably going to buy more next week just to kind of even it out.
That's funny. Okay, so we're going for 10%, right? Like that's the goal.
Oh, that's just the tip of the iceberg. He needs 20% because they want to raise the special meeting threshold to 20%. So if he gets that, then he can call a shareholder vote, and then he can do a hostile takeover because all he has to do is get the shareholders to vote on his proposal at that point. So he needs 20%. He needs that 20% before September. So really he needs that, and he's got to give enough time for the shareholders to vote. So really he needs that 20%. If he doesn't require the 10%, if he gets to the 10%, then he's fine. But if he goes to 20%, then he needs to have that sometime in late July, early August, because he's
So,
got to do it before GameStop earnings.
okay. Why do you say that?
Because once people realize how much revenue is coming through power packs, no one's going to want to sell eBay for 125, and that's why he's concerned, and also not concerned, because let's say the eBay price goes to 150 or 160, then he's just going to say no point in buying eBay. My call position's so high, I'll just sell all these shares. I'll let eBay drop back down, and now I'm sitting on another 5 billion, 10 billion of cash, and now I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's got him in a really bad position. Either he buys cheap or he sells high.
Okay. And then so like the eBay shareholder meeting is the 17th. In that there's that vote to get it down to 10%, which would just make it easier. But there's we don't have any voting rights in that except for the 25,000 shares, maybe. I think the X date was middle of May. But my question is, HSR restrictions or whatever they need to do. It's a 30-day waiting period. I believe that has passed from those first shares. So, so will we know when they become like, vote, when we have them as voting rights, will we get 13 amended 13
he's getting a
Ds?
13D if he exercises. Yeah, but he's not going to exercise, and I'll explain why. So it would be it wouldn't make sense. So he's using a very complicated strategy. His strategy is selling puts. So basically, he's shorting the shorts at 100 shares of selling short the shorts, and then he's taking the premium from doing that, and then he's going long with the calls, and he's pairing those up. So if he exercises, right, and he can do that, he would be exercising at a loss because it's just cheaper to buy the shares directly.
Oh, okay.
Because he's going to have probably very little. I would say at most $5 to $10 of benefit to doing it. But if he was just to sell the options and then buy the shares directly and get cash for it, he could buy more shares. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So because he's got so much time. Remember, there's the time value inside the option. He bought options out to 2028. So all of his options have 30 to 40% of the value probably somewhere in the time. So exercising wouldn't make sense unless the time value is put to zero, because the delta hits 99. Once delta hits 99, then it doesn't matter when you exercise because there's no more money to be gained. Every dollar it goes up is a dollar that your option goes up. So once you hit that parity, that's when you would exercise. He's not close to that.
Okay. All right, but he wants to get to 20% of voting rights. Like he wants 20% of shares. Yeah, by earnings in September is what you're
correct
saying.
If the eBay vote, as soon as the eBay vote fails, which I believe it will, as soon as the eBay vote fails, because the board's against him, then he's going to have to go to 20%. And then once he gets to 20%, then it is what it is. Then he can do whatever he wants. He'll call the vote. He'll get the shareholders to say yes to 125, and we're going to call it a day.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And he's going to save all those shareholders a bunch of money by gutting all the fucking overweight expenses of the company. That's like his selling point there. Okay, so that's good. Anything else around those 13 Ds or anything around we got our meeting on the 7th. I have all kinds of tin around that. I don't know, anything before then that you're expecting to see? Well, I guess buyback, all the shit that we've been talking about, but anything else?
Yeah, there's so many cards stacked right now. Like I said, I could see Burry getting back in. The earnings are incredibly high. The share price is incredibly low. Burry may get back in, not even announce it to anybody, and wait until he's right this time, so right that it doesn't matter, and then say, oh yeah, I have a 5 million share position, or he puts in a 5%. So really, what do we have left? We have people that could have 5% positions disclosed in eBay. Ryan Cohen, it could be one of those people. So you could expect a 13D from him for that. That's a big one. Or you could also see a 13D for GameStop from somebody. So those are two really big things to kind of keep an eye out for.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay, cool. Let's take a quick little 3-minute break. I'm going to play a little.
Yeah, perfect timing.
All right. And I'm going to play a little Roy and Kitty's stream that I have queued up here. And we'll be right back, guys.
Crazy together. Crazy sticks together in a way. Isn't there a sense of comfort in that? There is. I think, honestly, I joke, but I think there is. All right. I think, let's see. Well, watch this. I think for now, we're going to end the stream. I think we're going to end the stream now. Let's end it. Oh. Let's restart it. All right, let's restart. Let's restart it. Let's restart the stream. Oh man. What's it gonna do? All right. I just see it. Oh no, he doesn't got shit. Oh no. Oh, he's legit crazy. Oh no. Oh, we thought he wasn't crazy. That's your bad for thinking I'm all there. You know what I'm saying? Oh damn. That's your bad. I'm not. Is it halted? Oh, just saying that halted the stock. I'm sorry, but that's funny. I don't know. I think it is. I think it is. All right. Okay. All right. If that's the case, I think we're going to end the stream now. We're going to end it now, and let's see what happens. I know we'll end it now. I'm going to do one. Let's do one final cheers. Thank you everybody for coming. I mean, this is awesome. Boy, this is you're a real streamer when you're like talking to the chat like that. Oh, I have a lot of respect for. I mean, the real streamers, day in, day out, grinding and stuff like that. Obviously, I already had a lot of respect, but now seeing this and even doing all this stuff yourself, geez, I know people work with teams and stuff like that, and that's I get it, but just so much respect. But I'll cheers to y'all. I'll see y'all around.
Cheers.
I'll see y'all around. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. It's whether there's 0 people or a lot, it's always, it's nice to have folks hanging out. You can hang out in person, you can hang out online, you can a lot of us, share thoughts and have a good time. And I think that's great. Cheers to y'all for now. Cheers. I think I got to chug now. It's, like I said, it's 5 o'clock now, 6 o'clock somewhere now. Oh shit! What's a drinking strategy, baby?
What's the drinking strategy, baby?
I don't know. What's that? All right. Cheers to y'all. Thank you for coming by. We'll see what happens from here. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, I forget how to end this though. For real, I'm not even.
Yeah, no worries. That day was fucking amazing. I was at work trying to get through that live stream and be at work. It was crazy. All right, we'll get going on in just a second here. Let me fix how this looks. All right. After hours trading, 2186. Let's see how volume is for the day. Not shit. Really not a lot of after hours trading volume at all. 10.3 thousand shares on the day so far. So not much. 2186. All right. So Kitty didn't tweet. I remember I watched the chart now. Like you know immediately. Back then that was so great. 20% shutting down overnight trading was just beautiful. Let's look at Twitter while we're just fucking around then. See what's going on. on Twitter. Riley got fucking okay. No, I mean, I swear to God, people are just terrible. She has been getting AI videos made about her. If you're one of those sick fuckers out there, what's wrong with you, bro? She's just trying to make a fucking living, and they gotta be fucking always some creepy shit. So, yeah, Captain Wicked is doing his stream right now. Strawberry and Ross. I don't know. What's up, y'all? Maybe I'll stop in a little later. I've been having fun with those guys. I'm trying to think of a crossover episode with them. I think we could probably do something. I'm also still thinking about trying to do an echo chamber space, some version of that. There's my GameStop. I got real close this time. See, I was in the dumpster too. I forget who I was talking to. Fucking Jake. Let's see. Ultimator's been being attacked by bots. Like, it's kind of crazy too. I don't even want to reply to him anymore. He blocked all the bots. He thinks he's gotten away with it. That's good. Good meme by Sneak, by the way. Just slowly coming to take him out, but we'll get there. Trying to see his bot problem. I don't know what he was saying. I think it originated from him saying something about Roaring Kitty's meme timeline being about 2024 or before or something along those lines. So yeah, pretty interesting. Bots are fucking wild on Twitter these days. I've been going up and down 20 followers just randomly. Barking puppy does suck, guys. Just so you know. This dude, this shit is crazy. Polymarket is doing fucking bounties now. And motherfuckers, this dude just tattooed the spelling of the word wrong on his forehead, by the way. And he didn't get paid because of it. So then they started a whole coin to pay him out. So pretty wild shit. Oh, there he is. What's up, old Jim Simmers? Jim just be hanging out with the fucking barking puppy folks. He is a barking puppy folk. All right. See, I got him.
Me now.
What's up, Bartek?
All right. 5 minutes on the dot.
You did good. I was just scrolling through fucking Twitter talking about Ultimator's bot problem.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, he like posts something and 100 likes. I think someone's trying to get him banned and trying to basically say that, he's farming engagement and get his money taken away, which sucks. So it's like being brigaded in the wrong direction.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know. There's all kinds of weird shit like that. I think I like what they're doing with the Twitter algo, and I forget that guy's name. I can't remember him right now, but he's like fucking demonetizing people. They got Grok finding people that are just duplicating videos and then demonetizing them. It's pretty crazy what's going on there, but I don't know. It's pretty interesting too. It's like the future of social media. So, all right. Well, we'll knock this out pretty quickly here. We just got the week in review. Trying to think if I got anything else I want to go over. A little bit of option chain shit. Some things popped up at the end of the day Friday. So let's see. We'll just start with the week in review. All right. So GameStop right now, 21.85 in overnight trading. Nothing too exciting. Let me reset the show. No, nothing at all. That's right. That's the way it's been for a long time on overnight now, though. Which is
what is exciting is the market's trying to recover while Iran is shooting Israel with missiles. So it's like it doesn't matter if we're at war, if we're this, if we're that. The market's going up, baby. It's just going up.
Futures are up high.
What I can tell you is bond yields are up, and most people don't understand the bond yields going up is so good for GameStop because if we go up, half a point, which that's currently what's projected by the end of the year. That's what caused the big drop on Friday. There's a 30% increase in the chance for a rate hike by December. It was a literally 30 to 40% chance that we were going to keep rates the same by the end of the year. That went down to 10% on Friday
Yeah,
because the jobs report is so good.
The market got rocked, bro. That was ugly.
Yeah.
And we outperformed the market on Friday, which is pretty nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was great.
Still down 2%,
but the cash pile just goes up. All that collateral money is gaining interest. That interest goes up if the rates go up. So we're in a really good position.
Yeah, I feel good about it. I feel good about the way the chart looks too, honestly. Like this isn't bad at all for me. I thought we were going to stop at 2068, but let me just pull up the numbers for the week. So, okay. So our high of the week was, let me get down my hopium. That's the $25, 14% move up. 147, by the way. Is Paulie still out there, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's his number right there. 14.72% move up. All right. So last week started out. So like I said at the beginning of the show, we went into the week wondering when earnings was going to happen. We were in the middle of just fucking a DBR, Dipius before Ripius. It was very like typical shit. Just topped in May, Burry fudded us, and then they just sold us the whole month. And especially typical because I was so excited for it. So it seems on point. So going into the week, I was looking for like, we had the gap at 28, 2068, something like that. I thought we were going to be going down here to the gaps. Let's see what it is. I have it. Yeah, 2089. Oh, that's the low now. Yep. 2069. That was the gap I was watching. And we got pretty damn close, but earnings came in and saved the day. So volume wise, 6.77 million on Monday, 6.03 million on Tuesday. We're basically flat, up 0.85 on Monday, down 2% on Tuesday. End of the world. Everything's terrible kind of shit. Earnings came out 17.88 million on Wednesday. We're up 6%. We had a 13.38% move up from low to high. So yeah, high of the week 2368, low of the week 2089. Yeah, and that was it. If you didn't sell, I mean, you maybe had another shot Thursday morning if you had calls, short dated, I'm saying, but sell the fucking open like every time. It's like it has not failed. You had your best shot of the week Wednesday at open, and then just from there. Yeah, I mean, you had a couple more shots. What was this move? So you could have done, well, yeah, still not much. Not much. But now with the new PDT rules, who knows, man? Fuck. Like my little YOLO account in Robinhood, I can do whatever I want in that motherfucker now.
And also the bots. Have just been approved at the same time. So I think that's pretty much what the 2,000 minimums for. You can have a bot day trading for you now with a 2,000 minimum. So of course people are going to be doing that from a lot of different directions. Have 50, 100, 1,000 bots all buying the same thing from different directions.
Holy shit!
Different accounts.
I didn't think of that, but Robinhood did try to get me to connect to Claude. Just I want to do it too.
Well, here's the thing: if they get everyone to get Claude bots going, then what happens? AI goes up. The Claude bots are going to buy AI because they're AI. And everyone else is going to say, "Oh, look at all this Claude usage," and then they're going to, Anthropic's going to IPO, and then everything's going to be going great. So it's like it's all this circle of, use this to do this to make sure that this keeps going. I mean, I don't know how many more levers are going to get pulled, but it's going to be a new lever every so often until there's no more levers, and then that's when the big lever's pulled, and we have that nice big drop and reset, and then we build our way up to the next.
Yeah, I've learned in almost 6 years that I don't think the levers ever go away. It's just like there's never ending sets of levers. So
that's how it was 90 to 99, right? And then the levers started hitting in 2000, 2001 when all that stuff happened with the .com crash and the bond yields, went up, and that's all it takes. The bond yields control a lot of the market. Once credit gets tight, AI, tech go straight down because they're all leveraged. They're all leveraged to through probably 120, 150% leverage because they keep expecting that growth to come.
Yeah. They just got to keep doing it too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with the 17 million traded on Wednesday. That's usually a good sign, just because they tend to just blow it out when they're doing I don't know, a swap roll. I never know what the fuck it is, but like the May 4th sell off was how much? When the eBay thing was announced, I think 40 million shares. That was a bad sign right there. Just that many shares in a row on a day that we're selling is usually a fucking terrible sign. So I was happy that we didn't do over 20 million. That's kind of my line. It gave me more hope for next week. Thursday 6.82 million, and then Friday 5.8 million. I feel like our cycles have like 100. Well, it was 60 million. Like sometimes we would get that in a move on like a single day, and then sometimes we would get that over like a week. But the cycles used to be about 60 million shares, and I think with everything that's going on now, like we've added a bunch and all that, I think it's probably over about 100, 120 million. But you can kind of count it. Like if you get the big volume days, you're probably coming to the end there. But if you can do some 10, 20, 10 million days back to back to back, you can really see some good stuff happen. And that's just the cycle shit.
Yeah.
Like,
well, imagine 100 million. 100 million.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah. I mean, and I was going to say, that's just the cycle stuff. That's stuff that we do without any news. Just kind of like fucking go. So, all right. Let's see what else I got. So surprise earnings on Tuesday. Wednesday was strong. I'm just reading my notes. Strong but not crazy volume, like I just got done saying. Thursday popped initially, then sold off. I've been trying to take notes like as I go through the week because I can't seem to remember what happened. Once we get to the show, Friday sold off all day, bounced very nicely at the end. Okay, that was the other thing I wanted to look into. Well, not look into,
and it sold off alongside the market, so it didn't just drop, of its own accord.
Yeah, exactly. So that's that's a good sign too. And we did better than them when it was selling. So, okay, we'll look at gaps real quick, and then we'll do the option chain. Little DBR, Dippius before Rippius update. I invented this indicator, and Ultimator still doesn't know yet, but he's gonna make it for me. But it's basically just it's falling wedge on the daily. And we pretty much fucking did it, like exactly. A good Dippius before Rippius has that little moment of hope in the middle too, where you think you might do it, and we got that. But so yeah, we'll see. It's not a huge move, but we don't really get huge moves off of these sell-offs lately. It's gonna be getting smaller every time it happens. And then the big bad boy with Kitty. But yeah, it's very, very easy to see once you start seeing the wedge. GameStop loves fucking wedges.
Yep.
So yeah, we got our Dippius before Rippius. It wasn't the greatest of Rippies. In fact, it was it was a pretty poor Rippy with the news that came with it. And then the sell-off was kind of like week 2. So gaps, I'll pull these up. We had one here that we kind of respected and bounced on. So this is why we kind of like watch gaps and shit. Because it respects them very well. It bounced real nicely off that too. Anyways, all right. So, we got a few down below us. This is the start of the year gap. 2069 is where RC's comp package was announced. I'm definitely starting to think we won't be going near those now. I mean, I don't know. Like this gap right here now fills at 2089. So I'm always going to kind of like, especially with the way the chart has looked for the last 2 days, I could absolutely see us coming back down to it. But the way the day ended is very nice. Like that's the kind of shit that makes me think we might not come back. Got to break out here, and I'll feel real good about it. But not all gaps fill. You got one at 1770 from when Kitty got back, and then I don't even know if I got it marked off. We got one all the way down there at like $4 from 2020, like 2020 actually, I think, or maybe very beginning January 2021. So not all of them fill to the upside. 2615 from when Burry fudded us. Fucking Burry. Anyways, and then all the way up, just fucking all the way to 30. Get to the hour here. But once we start getting over 30, things get loose real fast and real quick. 35 and all that shit. Well, I don't know. You think after 32 we're just going to kind of hit a wall pretty naturally when it comes, because people are going to start exercising, or how do you think that's going to go at 32?
It depends on how we get to 32. Yeah, it depends on how we get to 32. So if we get to 32 because we reduce share counts and we bought 80 million shares, right? Let's just say we bought 80 million. If we buy 80 million shares and then at 32, I think it's like 50 million shares. That means we net reduced the count by 30 million. That's pretty significant. And then you add to that, we still have to unlock the convertibles, right? Because if we go and we buy eBay or we do any dilution, the convertibles have some pretty stiff penalties on that. So he's going to want the convertibles to activate too. That's going to take more than a month, staying above 37, 38 to activate those two different convertible bond tranches. So yeah, I think once the wheel starts turning, once he has the Tesla Elon Musk relationship, right, and he's getting compensated for driving the stock price up, he's directly compensated for every share he buys with his comp package. He's already going to be at $1 billion of EBITDA within the next 12 months, so that's going to unlock half the tranches anyways.
Yeah.
So he has every personal incentive to drive the stock price up and the market cap up, because it only benefits him as a shareholder. And if it benefits him as a shareholder, then he's in alignment with you and me and everyone on the chat who's a shareholder. So I think it's great. I think he has to get that comp package approved. I think once he knows he has the votes, and I'm pretty sure he's watching the votes as they come in. I mean, he can see the votes. It's not like it's a blind vote. So I'm sure he's watching every vote as it comes in, saying, hey, here's the exact amount I need. Once I cross that threshold, he's going to buy like wildfire pretty much. So
interesting.
So I think that it's not going to be as simple as, hey, we hit 32, we hit a wall. I think it's going to be the exact opposite, just like it was sell off for 2 years. I really do feel like the June 2nd Uno reverse card, it's like, hey, we were consolidating for 2 years, and then it's going to be just a pure blast off. You got power packs driving, 600 to $1 billion in revenue, plus the core business, plus the eBay position, and then all of a sudden you have a stock that everyone thought was a joke turns into the opposite of the punchline, right? I mean, basically, you could see it at 30, 50 billion. And then it's like, oh, they bought eBay, but, literally it's going to trade 1-to-1 on eBay. We don't even have to do the cash anymore if that were to happen, right? So, or this would be even better. What if it took 2 eBay shares for 1 GameStop share, because we're doing half cash, half stock, and actually our market cap's so high that we're equal to eBay, and now it's 2 eBay to go to 1, so the dilution's dramatically reduced when that happens. I mean, there's lots of possibilities, and I don't think any of those possibilities are going to result in Ryan Cohen losing money, because he's not a guy that loses money. He likes to make money. He's very, like I said, strategic. He plans. I mean, when he sold Chewy, he sold it for a lot of money, right? He didn't just pick it up and sell it for a few $100 million. He sold it for $3 billion. When he gets this deal going, and it's going to be the next 5 years, 10 years, he's probably going to take GameStop to $100 billion, I would say, in the next 2 years, and then it theoretically could go much, much higher than that, depending on how PowerPacks does.
Yeah, we'll talk about power packs real quick in a second. I just want to get to the option chain real quick. This is Friday's trades. I don't know. It's not a 5K, but Roy and Kitty did like the number 2, and Run Lola, fucking tinfoil guys, but just so you know. But Run Lola Run was, bet on 2 or 20 twice. So it's just an interesting trade. It came in middle of the day on Friday, 837,000 in premium. It looks like a new contract too. Well, let's see. Yeah, open interest. Yeah, volume was 7,400 for the day. Open interest 4,800. I mean, definitely something. I think it was all new. So that, and then I think it was 2 expirations. I got it up Oh, maybe not. It was 2 different trades, I thought. That it? No. I don't know. That was it. The option chain for the week wasn't very I can pull it up. 7 days. Oh, look at that. Look at that little green right there. That's so nice. Good one day. Actually, no, we ended Friday positive, is that right? No. No.
I was like, didn't we end like 2.5% down?
Yeah. I mean, but we got so Wednesday and Thursday both had positive net call premium, but Thursday was real strong. I feel like I'm off a day here. Maybe not. Okay. That's good though. I mean, we've been fucking getting our ass kicked on calls so bad that this is just wonderful to see. So happy. I love it. So yeah, that was it. We had the 5Ks 2 weeks ago. Let's see.
So you brought up Roaring Kitty, but we never really talked about him because I had a brief intermission that I had to take. So Roaring Kitty's last post, not including his hack, which when was the hack? Does anyone remember? When was that hack?
It was the 13th, right?
Was it a Tuesday or a Monday?
I don't know. I feel like it was. Let me see.
I'm sure there's posts about it still.
Yeah. Well, the 13th was. The 13th was a Wednesday. The 12th was a Tuesday.
So was it the 13th or the 12th? When was it?
I'll find out here. Well, let me just go to my page.
Because remember we had that little spike when he posted. Did. That was pretty crazy without him doing anything other than saying he's hacked. So he knows the algo still works. Now, do we really think one of the most brilliant minds ever got hacked that easily and then left the bandana back on afterwards? Do we really believe that?
So I tweeted, is he hacked on
what day?
May 11th. So
Monday.
That was the Monday, May 11th.
And 4 weeks after May 11th is tomorrow, his birthday?
Oh shit, yeah, really? All right. I mean, okay, so I would love. I don't know what I want. Like, I mean,
Do you want him to post tomorrow after hours? Do you really want that? Is that what you want?
I always want him to post. It would be dope for him to post on his birthday. After hours would be cool. I'd love a pre-market post. That'd be pretty fucking sweet too. Just wake up and then just because West Coast. I wake up and we're ripping.
I think there's symmetry, right? So that's why I believe that Ryan Cohen was going to do what he was going to do, because he did the record date after, like, the earning, or not the earnings, but the shareholder vote, the shareholder meeting was announced, and there was no chance for you to get it on the record date. And then that's what told me he was going to do surprise earnings, right? So if Roaring Kitty was trying to send a message to everybody, and he was like, I'm going to do this a month in advance so nobody can say that I was doing anything in the month of June. And then all of a sudden he posts and he just says, happy birthday or whatever. He could say some nonsense. He could say anything.
Anything.
The price would probably go up, right?
Oh,
the price would probably go up.
Yeah. What did we do? I could have just looked at the chart, bro. I don't know why I went
May 11th
to like Twitter and everything.
I think it went up 10% or 15%. As much as earnings went up, it went up on him posting nonsense, right? It was a nonsense post.
Yeah. Where was it? Oh, here it is. That's 11. Yeah. So the high, we touched 26, 27 from his nonsense post.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah. And it was a hack, and it was immediate. Well, we think it was a hack. It was immediate, and yeah, I remember. And we slid in the news about the buyback in the middle of that. That's what I think was the weirdest part of all that shit. Like, how is that time?
It happened at the same time. Exactly. Yeah. And when it wasn't the buyback, what was it? What was announced then? It was something else.
Oh yeah, it wasn't the buyback. It was the
pre. It was the pre 14A, right? Was announced right then. So what does that tell you? That tells you something. Something's not adding up. Something's not adding. And there was no dates on any of that. Remember, no dates. It was the weirdest pre 14
It
a.m.
was
No
weird.
dates on anything.
It was almost like they're waiting for something to I don't know what was up, but no, the news it was bad in there, right? It was that they were not, I mean, bad for the chart kind of stuff, but they're gonna ask for more shares. That's what it was. It was
That the same
yeah,
time he posted,
exact
asked for
same
more
time.
shares.
That's
So
crazy.
do you think the algo? Do you think there's a GameStop algo set up that when Roaring Kitty posts something, that they post something? Do you think that's
Fair.
possible? Is
I
that the
don't know.
test? Was that the
I don't
test?
know. That would be crazy. I mean,
It's
but it
tough
was just
because
way too weird how it happened.
it was way too fast. It was almost impossibly fast. I
Yeah,
think it
and
was
it
within
was
5 minutes.
and it was like a roller coaster of emotions too, man. Holy
hmm
shit. So
hmm
okay.
So
Okay.
why
Well,
is the bandana still on? That's what I want to know.
yeah, so we were talking about it somewhere in the space yesterday. I heard some people say like first like it could be taking a long time, just devil's
It
advocate
doesn't
shit,
take
right?
a long
Like
time. Come on, come on,
yeah. Well, Charles took
come
a
on. It's a
couple
month.
days.
It's a
How long
month.
did
We're in a month.
how long did LC take to get his account back?
Less than a month. I think it was a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got his account back within 30 minutes. He just never changed the profile picture. He deleted the posts, but he never changed the profile picture. So he had the
Yeah.
account back within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why keep the profile picture if it was the hack?
I don't know. Lore, because it's badass. I mean, that would be
It is
the
badass.
yeah.
So he agreed with the hacker. He liked it with the hacker's profile photo.
I don't know, but the
What's
hacker made
what's Mr. Robot about? Do you know? Did you ever watch Mr. Robot?
he's a robot hacker guy.
Yeah. And how many
Yeah.
personalities does he have?
It's been a while. He has a couple, right? Like there's at least
He has
two,
a
right?
couple. I
Yeah.
think there's at least three, right? I think he's got his dad, right? He's got himself, and then he's got the actual personality inside of himself. Spoiler alert, so you might want to edit this out. But Mr. Robot, is actually another personality. His hacker self wasn't his original identity. You don't find that out right to the end.
Huh.
So,
Spoiler.
spoiler,
Yeah.
better
I don't know
take
if I
that off.
finished the show. Yeah, right.
Oh, it's so good. It's
It's
so
live.
good.
Yeah, I saw like the first couple seasons. I remember that. I remember the very beginning of it was so like the first episode was so intense. It was like holy shit! Like he caught some
Yes.
crazy hacker guy or some shit. So
Yep.
okay, all right. Okay. So what do you think? You think Kitty's coming back next week too? Tomorrow?
Oh,
Is Kitty-
I'm not saying that could happen. I'm just saying that if you were to stick to symmetry, right? 4 weeks later, he posted on a Monday. This hacker posted on a Monday. What if he posted on a Monday? It's 4 weeks apart. It's just
Yeah.
all weird timing. GameStop talks about their 14A, and then what happened? 6/7. You posted that. That was 2 years ago, right? So that was
Yeah.
his stream. It's 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, it was.
And we're back to
So
20.
Neutronium.
We're almost back to 20 again. We hit 20 this week,
I was
right?
gonna say 2089. I don't count that.
Right.
All those 20
Right,
guys.
but we
he
hit
didn't
20.
win.
But
It's gotta be 20 flat.
remember 20. He's all about 20. So you think he didn't buy some $20 calls?
He-
Did he buy some calls?
Maybe there were some 20s too. Okay. All right.
The power packs.
Borrow rate. Do I have that chart? Yeah. Power pack. I was gonna say you're gonna buy. If Kitty doesn't tweet, chat gets a neutronium. Is that the bet?
That's insane. How about if Roaring Kitty does tweet, the chat gets a neutronium?
We'll all be happy at that point. Everyone will be fucking pleased. We'll buy our own neutroniums. Borrow rate.
Okay, that's very nice.
I would if Roaring Kitty tweeted, I would. I don't know. I did well last time. I definitely did well last time. So, okay. So 0.4 is the rate. I don't know. It's not shit. 2.3 million available. That was the thing. We were down on shares. This is IBKR, by the way. It's just one of, it's, whatever. It's reporting, but it's pretty much the only information we got. I track it because it has, pretty much always meant a move is coming when borrow rate starts ticking up. Specifically this one, all of them, honestly. It's just that like Fidelity's borrow rates like trash, and I don't know. It's like always 5 million shares available constantly. I haven't looked in a while, but yeah, I don't know. A bunch of shares showed up, so it is what it is. It doesn't mean we're going to go down, doesn't mean we're going to go up. All I really am watching is the rate, but it is interesting to keep track of that. And then I wanted to see Max Payne, and then we can talk about power packs. Got it. More option chain. There it is. I just want to see what it is for next week. So the 12th, so $22. All right. So a little bit above us. 298,000 out the money calls for OPEX. 23,000 in the money. Same with put. So, all right. Let's see. What do you got on power packs? Let me pull up GameStop's website. But have you been doing any power pack pulls lately?
Yeah. Always doing some power pack pulls. Always.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. You were having a conversation. What was it that it was it wasn't the reward program. Oh, it was the email that went out.
Yeah, the email. In fact, a lot of people saw that email, read that email. I can't disclose who didn't share their feedback, but yeah, I had a whale group conversation with Power Packs, and we kind of talked through it. What I can tell you is that there will be a VIP rewards program, that there will be a loyalty program, and they are working on it. I can't give you any details. And I can also tell you that the thank you coupon, they agree that $1,000 for retention efforts is a little bit excessive. So they max that out to the platinum packs. So the most a person that's not buying packs is getting incentivized with $100 now instead of $1,000. So that was good.
Yeah.
And we shared some other things, that we'd like to see for features and things that a lot of other platforms are doing that we think are really positive and powerful. But yeah, so what I can tell you is Power Packs is open to feedback. They will listen and they will operate. But at the end of the day, they're a business, so it has to make money. And if it makes money, then it makes sense for them to do the changes.
Yeah, and I think I like a rewards program is a pretty cool idea. You got people like you, actually, you specifically. I know you got a group that are just putting bunches of money and playing this a lot, but there's a lot of people in the community that are out there. So a rewards program, kind of like, or even if they connected to like the pro membership or some way or somehow.
That would be perfect. But they're never going to do that. It's the pro program is just too heavy. Like it would be so much money for them to do that. So I don't think it'll be that level, but I do think that there'll be tiers, and maybe there'll be a free pack here, free pack there, things like that. So that's kind of what I imagine.
Sweet, yeah. PSA is no longer accepting graded cards of the lower tier, right? So that's now
$80 a minimum. Yep,
$80 minimum. There's a mad dash. It seems like they just made their queue a whole lot bigger just by announcing that they weren't going to be taking cards. So they put themselves in a bit of a bigger hole there. So I don't know.
They actually did something very intelligent, right? So they gave a window. That window changed on the day that earnings dropped, right? So when did earnings come out? When did PSA
Tuesday?
change their prices?
Okay.
Tuesday. Weird.
Yeah.
Right? Was that weird? Okay. So, a lot of people have to understand PSA and GameStop are basically best friends. And, I mean, you got the board member, Nat Turner, great guy. Talk to him. He's connected me with a lot of the PSA guys. I wouldn't have known the head of Power Packs without him. So, Nat Turner, can't say enough nice things about him. Obviously works very closely with Ryan Cohen, and they're on the same page. So what happens if they announce that rate change? There's going to be a rate lock. So people did the rate lock. They probably put in 3 million, 5 million, 7 million cards. I've heard all these numbers thrown out there. I could ask if I wanted to know the real number. I don't want to know the real number. I don't want to know that. So I don't want to know. And so I can speculate. I like speculating.
Yeah.
But at 5 million in the $20 to $60 range, just assume the average is $30 or $40. That means they pulled in how much money? They pulled in $200 million just by saying that they're going to put the minimum to 80, and then they're going to pull in more millions because people are still going to grade their cards. There's just going to be more expensive cards getting graded. So it's pretty insane. It was a great move on their part.
Yeah, and then like these other grading companies though, like I was looking at some stuff today. They're just not really worth the shit compared to PSA, right? Like, is
PSA
Tag gonna
owns
get it?
most of the grading companies. They own most of
Yeah,
them. I mean, who do they not own? They don't own Tag. They own
yeah.
Beckett. They own CGC, right? And
So is Tag gonna get slammed?
I think Tag announced the same time they did that they're also slowing down. I think everyone
Oh,
said
geez.
basically they're slowing down their grading right now. Everyone's behind.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so basically it's going to be this giant grading kind of quagmire where everything's very, very behind. And then what's going to happen? Demand's going to spike, supply is going to be very light, and then you're going to see this gradual, lessening of demand, perhaps not, but the supply is then going to come back very strong because they're going to be adding a lot of personnel to handle all this. But by putting the $80 minimum, they can hire more and more people reliably. They know what their backlog is now. They can hire to that. So they're in a very good spot. They have lots of money. They can hire whoever they want. They can expand whatever they want. So PSA is going to be good. The question is, do they really want to do the $40 bracket anymore? I mean, I think this 4 or 5 months is going to take away everyone's memory on what the minimum is. And when they come back, who knows what the new minimum tier might be. But,
So like,
inflation's
what if
here.
you get like a 7? What if you get like a 7, like, and you just spent $80 to find out your fucking shit? Is that going to be the minimum of cards now? If it costs 80 to grade minimum, does that mean
Yep.
that like there's just the minimum cost of the card is just going to go up regardless?
Well, that's a great question. So the minimum right now is 2025. Before, let me see, 6 months ago, 2025. Are there cars that sold below 2025? Absolutely. So
Yeah.
just because the minimum's there doesn't mean the value's added to the card. But it does mean for some cards it will add a lot of value. So some cards get more value, some cards get less value. Because if you have a 7 on a crappy card versus a 10 on a crappy card, it's still a crappy card, right? So you're not really going to see a lot of value. Where I think you're going to see, some really nice upticks is going to be in the vintage categories. So on the vintage 8, 9, 10s, I think you're going to see those all go up across, and they're already starting to go up across the board. What was really crazy when they announced the 30th anniversary for the Pokemon, those 30 cards, the Pikachu and Zekrom went from like a $300 card, PSA 10, to like 1,200 overnight within like 2 hours.
Wow.
So just because it was on that, and nobody knew that card existed. So what happened? Everybody went to go buy that card. Because it was already in a 10. So I think what it means is newer cards that come out that can only be $80. People are going to raise their minimum floor, but as long as you have people willing to sell below $80, there's always going to be people that buy below $80. So it just depends on the market. If you're willing to sell your 7 at 80 and somebody else is willing to sell it at 40, then your card's worth $40. That's just how it is.
That's cool. That's I don't know if it's cool. Do you think raw cards are going to go up too? Like just in general, is just all of it's going to be? Because I feel like now people are going to maybe start going to raw right now. I don't know. What do you think about that? Raw versus the graded?
I don't know if people are going to go more raw. I think some people are going to be forced into it. What I do think is you should see a significant drop in volume, but it should be made up for in money. Here, 1 second. Another intermission. 2 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. What's up, Negative Banana? I see you down there, bro. Sorry, did we win? No, not yet. I mean, I don't know. Everyone's a winner. We're a winner because you're here, bro. Good to see you. He's not stressed about anything with GameStop. One day we will be right. Ryan is going to get this done. I completely agree. And he thinks Roaring Kitty just likes the profile picture. That's it. He's out. Like and subscribe. Follow Negative Banana. I don't know. What's up? Turns out the movie may have gotten Barking Puppy right. I think they overcast. What is it? Dave Pete? What's his name? He was overcast.
Peterson.
Peterson was overcast, bro. Then maybe we should have dumbed it down a little bit more. Oh, that's wrong. But yeah, I had it. He's gone now. The cops got called on him again. I don't know if he got swatted. That's terrible. I won't talk about it anymore. Barking Puppy sucks. I'll just say that. Okay, sorry. What else you got?
Hey, we gotta operate off the thumper rule. If you can't say something nice,
My bad, bro. My bad.
Come on, don't
That's
say
all right.
anything at all. Look, we never celebrate people's failures and their negatives, right? We're here to add to the world. There's so much negativity. I mean, it sucks somebody like swatted them or whatever you want to call it. I mean, imagine like you have a friend that's going through some things, whether they're, a good person or a bad person, it's different for everybody. We don't know everyone's story. I don't know his. So I'm not going to say I'm apologizing for him, but what I can say is I never want that for anybody.
Yeah, no. I was just fucking around.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah,
sucks
so
to get the cops called on you. Like, that shit ain't
yeah,
cool for no one though. But guys, my bad, bro.
no, you're all good. You're all good. But yeah. So anyway, so let's think about this for a second. If let's just say cards did go up to $80 minimum on like a 10. Forget the sevens for a second. Let's say you get a 10. Your card, even at a 10, is worth $50. Are you going to grade another card at $80? Forget the sevens and eights and nines. Would you
Yeah.
grade cards at all if you knew that they wouldn't sell for $80? Because remember, you had to pay for
No.
that card too. Not that's just the cost to grade it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not cheap.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
So why
I don't
why
know.
would you
Like, I don't
pay
know. Because, like, is it
$80?
worth the risk?
Right.
And
Or even if
me, I don't
even if you got it, that's what I'm saying. What happens if you get the 10 and it's still not worth it? Then what? Like, look at those
yeah.
Pikachus. What was it? McDonald's, the burger chews? Everyone thought, oh, I'm gonna be rich on burger chews. Those things were backlogged so bad that by the time the tents came out, they were like 30 or $40, and people spent like 40 and $50 to get them graded. Plus, they spent crazy money to get them shipped over, and they lost tens of thousands. Now they're starting to go up again, but it's like it's a little rough. It's a little rough. So I would stick to SIRs right now. I mean, I wouldn't be grading anything that isn't over 10 years old or an SIR that raw is worth at least $200 because
What is
you got
SIR?
special illustration rare. So that's
Oh,
really
okay.
where the majority of the value is
I
uh,
got you.
on cards. So like most of the cards you go through, if they have the full art and it looks amazing, it's usually a special illustration rare, and that's where the most value is.
Okay, I did know about special illustration. I don't know the cool acronyms though. I'm learning as we go. Okay, so you think big power pack numbers, right? Like, you think that's going to be in the
Oh,
10
I
queue?
mean, disgusting, disgusting. I don't know how much they're going to list, but remember, if it's 10%, so like let's say they pulled in, 50 or 60 million on collectibles, and we can see there's a clear collectibles difference. That's going to be the big change, right? So what was collectibles revenue for last quarter, and then what was collectibles for this quarter, and what's the variance between the two?
Oh fuck. I don't know, bro. I know we
I don't
did
know.
40.
Let's look at it.
All right, let me see
Let's look
here.
at it. Let's look at it because this is ultimately what Power Pack is about. It's about driving collectibles revenue, and then to a lesser extent, it's going to drive a good amount of profit. But the revenue is really what's going to draw everyone. That's the attention getters. Revenue, profits. That's cool, but they're already making a crazy amount of profit. It seems like nobody cares. Crazy amount of revenue, then it's just about cost management and optimizing. So let's see. So if we go look at this, what
Let's show.
was GME's collectible revenue
You're talking about
last
fruit.
3 quarters?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm talking to my AI real quick.
yeah. I was gonna say that's an easier question for ChatGPT right there.
That's what I'm doing right now. But with Grok though, I never use ChatGPT.
Oh
I got
yeah,
Grok heavy all day. Yep, I love Grok.
he's good for pictures sometimes.
Yeah, no, I like Grok for everything. With Grok heavy, you can actually connect it to websites, and it has skills and all the hooks you need. So and they just put out a beta to let it control your computer. So it's
For
definitely
Grok?
coming up very quickly. Yeah,
Oh, that's
Grok heavy,
interesting.
baby. Grok heavy. A lot of features. It's only $99 right now too. It's usually 300. Okay, so collectibles, 348 million. That's May 2nd, so that's one that just happened. Q4, it was 365. Q3, it was 256. Okay, give me 3 more quarters. So I mean, It's basically flat with the best quarter of the year, which is Q4, right?
Yeah.
I mean, 365 to 348, but went from 33% of total sales to 41% of total sales, which is pretty huge. And then the 3 quarters before that, it was 227 at 23%. And then for the same time period that ended May 3rd, it was 211 million. So we've basically increased more than 50%, almost 75% in that quarter versus the prior year's quarter, which is pretty great, and 28% to 41%. And that was still much higher. That one was 55% over the year prior too. So it's just it's pretty big momentum. So I don't really think that we're going to see the Power Packs numbers in there potentially that much. I mean, how would they have sold another 100 million? That's what we got to ask ourselves.
Yeah, that's
How
the
did they
difference in
sell
rev.
another 150 million this first quarter versus last first quarter? And if 75 million or 80 million of that's in Power Packs,
with
that's a pretty
store
big deal,
closings, like with stores closing too. Like that's the thing.
right?
Like they
Yeah.
added that revenue, and it was a pretty good amount of stores from what I can tell. So I
Is
understand.
it
Like,
possible they sold that many Pokemon cards? I don't know. 150 million? Let's do the math. I mean, how many boxes? Boxes, not even packs, boxes at $300 would you have to sell to get to 150 million? I mean, it's a lot of boxes. I think
500,000.
500,000 exactly. That's insane. There's no way they sold that many boxes. So, and remember that many boxes over the prior quarter too, because basically they would have to, keep it up significantly versus the prior quarter where people had to go crazy on collectibles for Christmas and holidays.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Power Packs was only active for about 2 weeks, but if it added, 50 to 80 million in 2 weeks, I mean, that's going to just knock people's socks off. And Neutronium wasn't even out yet.
Yeah, it's absolutely right. Because that came out, was that May when all that
After
happened?
quarter ended, May 5th. It came out after the
Yeah,
quarter ended specifically.
yeah, and that's where we had that data from. And that
Mm-hmm.
data was fucking awesome. That clip did really well, by the way. If you talking about that data, that shit, that was a good clip.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll find a few more in here from today, but that
We'll
shit
see.
went. We'll see. I'm sure they're in here. I got AI too for my Riverside. It pulls out
That's
cool
great.
clips now. Yeah, I do like it. All right, so Power Packs is awesome. It's gonna fuck. It fucks. I don't know, whatever. Hopefully we see some big numbers. Hopefully any numbers that are somewhat significant, I think will do some good work for us. Hopefully, so that's we got that looking forward to. Maybe on Monday with the 10Q. I'm hoping on Monday we'll get the 10Q, so my 6.9 tinfoil will be legit because that means RC could probably start buying. Let's see. I'm just going over tinfoil. I got Kitty's birthday. That's tomorrow, so we kind of covered that too. Flipmode. Shout out Flipmode. You got a reply from RC. That's pretty cool. I was trying to do some guest service RC tinfoil too because that started in June 2023, like or maybe July. So I was just trying to find some,
What day in
points
June
on.
2023 did he do it?
I don't know. I can
Maybe
look up.
that's what's important.
Let's see. I can do this live. Share this tab instead. Let's go to Ryan Cohen. Oh, no, that's Ryan Cohen's underwear. There he is. All right. So what did he say? He said DM me, I think is what he says in them.
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting for me. So there's my dog. The first one was June 9th. We'll send you a
June
DM
9th.
now. What was that one about? I'm trying to think of what is this whole thing? Oh, was it? Yeah. God, I always get so mad at these people. Like, what are you doing? He tagged Pulte too. But yeah, June 9th, he bought that day too, or at least he filed. 2 on June 9th, July 10th, so he waited a month and a day. I remember customer service RC. There's one where he's like, DM me. Oh, Dizzy got it. That's cool. Which I thought was kind of funny too, because he doesn't have DMs open. Please send specifics. No, that ain't it. Me. Now I'm just looking at these dates. I wish RC would send me a DM.
That'd be cool. So
Yeah.
let's just go to Kitty's 2 years ago for a second. Let's just pretend that Ryan Cohen did the reverse Uno card, June 2nd, and he was doing the earnings early for that. Let's be tinfoil artists for a second. The next post for Roaring Kitty after that was June 9th. One of the most
Drop the
almost
dog?
unrelated.
Oh,
No, this
no,
is
I'm
the one
thinking.
where he has the cat mask off,
Yeah, there we
and
go.
it's the Joker with the bag of money.
Yeah.
And all the whole. Well, actually, it might not even be the bag of money. I think that's just a bag of whatever he had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joker shit.
So, yep. So I think that that was the bus heist. The bank heist. So now you got to ask yourself, what if that's when something big happens on June 9th, and then the next day was you were a billionaire, right? And the next day was options basics 101.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And then June 11th, right? So it's going to match up almost exactly. And 11th is Thursday. You have the cat and GameStop partnering up. And then June 12th was Andrew Left. And what just happened with Andrew Left? He just got
arrested.
He just got convicted, right? And then the day after he got convicted, that's when GameStop dropped their earnings. And then if you look at June 12th, that's when Roaring Kitty put in his masterpiece, right? It's my masterpiece, and it has Andrew Left in it. So if we follow the lucky number 11 pin,
yeah.
and he's taking people out that previously hurt GameStop in 2021, there could be some more people that he's thinking about, trying to take out next. We'll see. And then June 13th was the Dune, and then June 17th was the tennis one, and then June 17th was also like him looking into the future in Kanto. But I think that.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, I mean, that's one each day. Who knows? It could mean nothing, could mean everything. We'll see. But his live stream he even posted himself in that particular tweet.
What came? The 17th was the meeting? I'm trying to remember you can't be serious.
Yeah, it was the meeting.
This got rescheduled to them then. This is when I think he sold his no, that's not when that's when he bought, I think. When he dropped the dog was when I think he sold his
June 27th.
Yeah. So September 6th. It's the opposite of 6-9, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. What did you say? Magnificent. Good to see you, bro. Customer service RC tinfoil is depressing. I agree. It's not good tinfoil because the chart is shit. It's because 2023 was shit, and we fired our CEO, and it was like our CFO or some shit too, like a month later, and then RC did the whole all species require diversity to survive or some shit. Yeah, thanks. Yep. I don't ever want that tweet again. Okay.
But 3 years later, he's increased everything exponentially on the profit side. I mean, just amazing, right? Earnings are through the roof. It only took him 3 years from that June 9th to this June 9th. And he has a company that is unbeatable, can't go under, has billions and billions in cash, owns 9% of eBay exposure, plus another 800,000 shares. I mean, the positions are night and day from 3 years ago to today. It's just amazing if you think about it like that. Only 3 years.
Yeah, I know. All those impatient people, but that's it. Everyone bought into a company going bankrupt, and he has completely changed that. So that shit ain't gonna happen overnight. And you see what happens when he just lets it go, or they try to push the button. That shit still gets stopped. So I think this is the route that it needs to take. January 22nd was the last tweet, by the way, and some 22s got bought on Friday. Just fucking tie all the 10 together there. Okay. All right. I think that's all I got. Yeah, give us a follow on YouTube. They do that. I'm trying to think if I got any announcements for the show. Give us a follow on YouTube. So we're doing the show like this. We record on YouTube. I got another show tomorrow that we're going to have Reese on with us. I'm going to put them together. I'll edit it for a couple days, and then it'll show up on the podcast feeds on probably Wednesday because I got the next 2 days off. I try to take my time. I got a new program I got to try to mess with, DaVinci. I might try to do that. Would like to maybe cut down on the massive amount of subscriptions. Talk about ChatGPT. I'm using it to get, or AI, I'm using it to get my subscriptions like lined up, just all of them. And it's an insane amount of subscriptions I have per month. It's like fucking nuts. Apple gets like, it hits my account like 7 different times now. I don't even know what's going on there. Anyways, maybe get rid of Adobe. Mr. Jigglesworth, what's up? I think that was his name. He's in the Discord now too. So, what's up, bro? Okay, let's see. I think that's it. Download the show, listen on YouTube, or follow on YouTube. Subscribe, I think is actually what it is on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on Spotify, please. I don't know. That's about all I get. What do you got before we get out of here, Bartek?
No, I think that we covered some great things. Ryan Cohen, buybacks, Roaring Kitty, eBay exposure needs to be 10 to 20% depending on where the vote is. June 17th is the vote. June 17th was when he did the Are You Serious? Who knows? A little tinfoil this time.
Yeah, that was, let me see. Let me get on this tab. So we're at 2180 right now in overnight trading, just so we know. Before we sign up.
The flat.
Just nothing. Yeah. That's all right, though. I'd much rather that than be up like 3%, to be honest. Well, 3%'s all right. But like that 1.5% shit, that just usually means a bad day on Monday. So we got a shot. Okay. All right. Well, thanks everyone for coming out to the show. Thanks for coming out, Bartok. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, I really appreciate you. You got lots of good info. So thanks for coming on with me, dude.
Anytime, Fitzzzy. Good to talk with you and good to talk to everybody else.
All right. Let's fucking go GameStop. I hope we have a good week. 25 and everyone's getting gold packs. Well, somebody's getting gold pack anyways, but 25 and up, and I'm buying people gold packs. We'll do that.
Mm-hmm. All right, 25 bet.
$25 bet. All right. Later on. Have a good one. Bye.
You can't stop what's coming.